It was the summer of 2018. The crypto markets were in a slow and steady decline. Everyone was waiting for the bottom, but the prices kept on dropping. A friend of mine got interested in some risky investments and wanted to try out cryptocurrency mining. I wasn't too stoked about the idea because of how the market was going, but I still decided to participate, hoping it might bring a better return than holding crypto at that moment. The idea was to find a good miner and divide the investment in half, so if things go south, there wouldn't be much losses individually. We began our research and quickly settled for Bitmain Antminer Z9 Mini, which was the first generation of miners for the Equihash algorithm, which mines Zcash, Zen, and at the time even Bitcoin Gold, but they quickly transitioned to a different algorithm. It was a pre-sale at the time, and the return on investment numbers looked really great. It should have paid off for itself in as little as 3 months. We weren't that optimistic. It was clear as day that once the ASICs are online, the difficulty will increase and the profitability will drop. But we still expected the numbers to be somewhat good. The specs of Z9 Mini goes like this. The hash rate is 10 kilosouls per second. The power consumption is 300 watts, which ends up costing around $1 per day for electricity. The price was $800, which is super cheap compared to other miners, but you also need a power supply unit, which was $210. Surprise, surprise, we also had to pay a pretty round sum for delivery, which was $150, so a total of $1,160 for the miner. Still, we go on and order the thing. Funny enough, the day we wanted to buy, the Bitmain page said it was sold out. But after a day, there it was again. Some FOMO marketing tricks from Bitmain. To purchase the miner, you need to pay in Bitcoin, which comes with its own challenges of volatility, as you try to time the market and get the miner for cheaper. We bought the miner somewhere around the end of July and it arrived at the end of August. Upon arrival, we also had to pay custom fees around $150. Bitmain sadly doesn't label your miner as a gift. But we finally had our precious miner, a box that sounds like a vacuum cleaner and makes money. We started mining with our Z9 Mini at the start of September. We also needed a few more cables for around $20 to get it going, and our grand total ended up at $1,330, which is significantly higher than the price tag. The first month of mining was real fun, as everything was still new. We started out mining Zen. The reasoning was that Zen, being a low-cap crypto, has higher chance of increasing in price. Yeah. The start was promising. We were mining a lot and it seemed that this might work out. But after 2 or 3 months of mining, everything has changed. Zen hash rate skyrocketed, Zcash as well. The prices were dropping, which wasn't too concerning for us because we were hodling, but the ASICs were live and now we weren't competing with slow GPUs, but with other ASICs, and our rewards started dropping so much so that we decided to overclock our miner, which we thought we will never do because of the risks of the miner overheating and that it also revokes the warranty. Overclocking simply means giving your ASIC a Red Bull and hoping he won't get a heart attack. After overclocking, we managed to get a consistent 14 kilosouls hash rate, which is a 40% increase, but our power usage also increased by around 20%. So, after getting a boost, we were happy for another month, but we were still closely approaching the break-even point where the electricity cost equals the value of the cryptocurrency being mined. As a last resort, we switched from mining Zen to Zcash. The rewards were higher and more consistent, As with Zen, some days were very good and some really bad. The next several months, the situation kind of stabilized. It was only mildly getting worse. Then around March, we started seeing days where electricity cost us more than what we mined, and at that point we were waiting for a miracle and at the same time holding a finger on the power button. Luckily, on April the markets turned and prices started to rise, making mining profitable again. Fast forward to today, which is August 2019, and we are again holding the finger on the power button. So let's crunch some numbers. During these 11 months, we mined 40 Zen and 3.8 Zcash, which in dollars are 40 Zen times 6.55 equals $262, and 3.8 ZEC times $66.5 equals $252. In total, that's $514 in revenue. What we spent was $1,330 plus the electricity cost for 11 months, which was $366. So what we have currently made is $514 in revenue minus $1,696 equals negative $1,182. Now, it would have been different if I have done this video a month ago when the price of Zen was around $10 and Zcash around 100, but still not good enough. You might say, well, you are still mining, bro, don't worry. Well, as I said, the miner already had negative days. Right now we are very close to them again and we need a huge price pump to be profitable. The competition already has better ASICs and they are reaping the rewards. What if we had invested those $1,696 into Zcash or Zen instead of buying the miner? Back in the summer of 2018, we could have bought 11.5 Zcash at $147 a piece, and the current value would be $764. Or we could have bought 85 Zen at $20 a piece, and the current value would be $556. In both cases, we would have gotten more crypto than what we mined in 11 months. Now wait a second, can't you sell the miner? Well, yeah, the power supply unit is valuable and that could bring in like $100, though that does not change much. If we were smart and bought Bitcoin in 2018, we could have gotten it for around $7,000, so we would be very happy right now. All in all, the plan right now is to hold what we mined and wait for a pump to bring us into profit. The pump may or may not happen, but we are willing to take the risk. It was an interesting experience to learn how it all works, but in my opinion, it's better to just buy crypto. Mainly because there are less risks. You won't get algorithm change risks, you won't have to compete with new and better miners, you won't have hardware risks, etc. And with mining, you still want to play the market to get the best gains, unless you are a big player and you have to market sell constantly to cover the running costs. So, have you tried mining? If yes, let me know how it worked out for you. While I was editing the video, the prices dropped and now it's not profitable anymore and the miner is on sale.